Hold on a minute. It ain't gonna take you a big old 3-4 hours to walk around the reservoir. It might take you a good 20, not even 20, I don't even know, it depends on how fast you walk, but it would not take you hours to walk around the reservoir. Hi. 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 Ooh. Oh my god. Oh. Okay. So, I was wondering, how can I be a less boring person? How can I get people to be intrigued by me? I don't know. So basically I'm here with a story time, as you can see by the title, and yeah, it's a whole load of crap, to be honest with you. It's a whole load of shite. So I was debating whether I should do multiple story times or just tell one, so I'm not sure how this video is going to be. So if it's just one, it's just one. If it's multiple, it ends up being multiple. But yeah, I'm not even going to do this whole, before I get into this video, give it a thumbs up, because I realized back then, like, honestly, quick time, there's no point telling someone to give a thumbs up if they've not even watched the video yet, like, or if they've not even subscribed yet. You have to let them like your video. So I don't even know if I look like crap right now. I have no makeup on today because I CBA and the weather looks like crap, and my nails are shitty, but I'm not redoing them because I literally go back to college on Monday, so there's no point. There's just no point. For those who don't know, my name is Eugenie. I can't use his hand. My name is Eugenie, and yeah, welcome to my channel. So I basically have a story time about when I was left in a reservoir by myself at the age of 7. I think I was 7 or 8, one or the other, but I was still in primary school, so yeah. And basically, so it was a nice day. We went to the reservoir. So it was a nice sunny day, and I was with my father and his girlfriend. So this is, bearing in mind, this is not my mom, this is a different woman. So we went to the reservoir, and on the weekends my dad usually has a drink. I think it's just, maybe it might be a black people thing, I don't know, but you know when people just on the weekends, it's not a black people thing, everyone does that, like on the weekends you go out and you have a little bit of a sip and things like that. Although his wasn't really a sip, it was more like a gulp and gulp. So anyway, I'm not going to go into much things, but I kind of wasn't having the best time when I was younger. So you know, it was very kind of lonely for me, even though I might have had friends at school. It was kind of lonely. So like so yeah, we went to the reservoir. It was just the 3 of us, and bearing in mind I was an only child, so I had no one to go with. I was literally by myself with 2 people that was drinking alcohol, and I was just sitting there like, okay, yeah, you know, the swans are nice, the goose is nice, the little quack birds are nice, the view's nice, but what else am I gonna do here? I'm 8, 7. I need entertainment, do you know what I mean? And like, obviously at that age you're gonna entertain yourself and do whatever the hell you want to do. So I was thinking, let me just act like a big woman now, let me just have a walk around the whole reservoir. So if you live in Birmingham, you know Edgbaston Reservoir, you know, or if you've ever been there, it's pretty big. I've been there a few times. So it's not just like a little, you know, it's a big you know, it's big anyway. So it would have took me a while to walk around basically, but I wasn't an idiot. I wasn't going to stray off anywhere. I was literally just walking around the water, obviously just on the pavement part. So I was really bored, so I said to my dad, oh, can I just walk around the reservoir and whatever? I just wanted to investigate the rest of the area. So I did that, and whilst I was doing that, bearing in mind my dad was a Rastafarian, so he would wear you know, those ice, I need to know the colours now. It's basically the red, I don't like saying it like that, the red, green and yellow hats. Like, it sounds like it's like it's a light, the traffic lights, no. Basically, you know when you have like a hat that's this colour, and then you've got like the red, and then you've got, what else is it, the yellow. Basically, I don't know why I took so long to even say that, but here's a picture anyway of what I meant. That type of hat. So basically, in other words, I could always find him, if that makes sense. Like, I always knew who to look out for. I was able to tell him anyway, but from a distance I still would have been able to have seen him. So yeah, so I'm walking around the reservoir, and then I'm starting to get worried now. Like, I have this weird feeling inside me, because I'm looking at places and I'm thinking, I'm pretty sure I've just walked past this, and I was walking for a while. So I do think I like walked around the whole reservoir, but I started to like slow down. And obviously I remember my dad saying, if you get lost, walk back around the opposite way, so that you end up being basically where you came from. So I was like, okay, but obviously I'm not an idiot. Like, all you have to do is 360, all you have to do is walk around, like, you know. So, you know, I used to didn't get kidnapped, but yeah. So now I'm walking around now, I'm getting scared. I can't see my dad, I can't see his girlfriend. Yeah, I don't know what was happening. Like, sorry for my language, I don't know what was happening, but imagine me as a 7-year-old now, and I'm starting to get so nervous now. I'm thinking, okay, what the hell, like I don't know what to do, I can't see them, and I'm like slowing down because I'm looking to see whether I've been past the place before. And then little behold, I don't know, but I'm pretty sure I came up to the place and they weren't sitting there anymore, because I think they were sitting on I could tell there was like a bench and they were sitting on the grass, I think next to the bench or something like that, you know. So then in the end I walked, what did I do? So in the end I had to stop, and I was getting worried in it. So then I stopped this guy, and I asked him, have you seen a man with a Rastafarian, I think I should try to show him a picture, I don't know. I said wearing a guitar, because my dad always used to carry his guitar around him because he was very like musical and that. So I was like with a guitar with a white woman, because it was his girlfriend. I didn't know how else to describe her. I was just saying with a white lady, whatever, and you know, like a Rastafarian hat. And he goes no. So in the end I didn't want to ask anyone else because I was scared. I was determined that no, they're gone now. Like as soon as I heard that no, I was like, okay, if you ain't seen him, then I don't know what to do. So then I was a really smart kid, so I'm actually still proud of myself up to this day. So my mom lived okay, well, I'm not gonna say where we don't live there anymore. So she lived in Hockley. It was like, I don't know how to explain how far away that was, but like Newtown area from Edgbaston, it's pretty far. And I didn't have no bus pass, no money, so I literally was like, okay, I can't find them. I waited for a bit to see if anyone was gonna walk around. So I basically left the reservoir by myself because they weren't there. And I know you're probably thinking, oh, but what if they were there and they was looking for you? No. Let me just carry on the story. So I walked all the way from Edgbaston Reservoir, so all the way up to Hockley, and like by myself. I've never done that before. I've always gone with my dad. I've never walked there by myself, because at a young age you shouldn't even be, no. Do you know what I mean? No. So I was hungry, I was sweating, I was tired. I don't know how I found my way to my mum's house. I just know I found my way there, and that was it. And I still thank God up to this day that I got there safe, because people be trying to kidnap people. People really be trying it, you know, people are really trying it. So I basically knocked on my mom's door and she answered. I don't know, I think I was crying, I don't know, I can't remember everything vividly from there, but anyway, long story short, so she got mad and called up my dad. And well, no, actually no, we waited for an hour to see if my dad was going to call, because what it is I can't explain much right now, but yeah, no, I'm gonna say nothing. So we waited for an hour and there was still no phone call from either of them. So I'm here thinking they probably was drunk and forgot about me. I've been in many situations where that has happened. I've been left in a funeral before, I've been left in a party before. I don't even know how I'm still alive, because and I mean, like, when it's been late at night, it's not the funeral, but like the party, it weren't even in a good area. I was just left there. I had to go home by myself. Like, honestly, I think I was probably like in year 9 at that time, year 9, year 10. I don't even think it was year 10. So anyway, we waited for an hour, and then finally my mom had to call him instead. And because obviously I think my dad wouldn't have wanted to tell my mom that, oh, I've lost Jeannie, like, what, you know, what are you gonna do then? Because, you know, one parent's gonna get mad and they'll be like, how the hell did you lose her? You know, it's gonna be like one of those mad conversations. So anyway, I can't remember what happened over the phone call, but in the end my dad came up, and no, what it was, actually, wasn't it 3 hours? I'm pretty sure they didn't call us 3 hours straight, which means I could have been dead, killed, or anything in those 3 hours and they wouldn't have known. Oh, that's really bad, that's really bad. Oh gosh. Wait, why am I saying oh gosh? That's not my fault. Anyway guys, I forgot the whole story, so I had to go back and get some more information. So anyway, no, forget what I just said last time. We actually waited 3 to 4 hours until to wait to see if my dad was going to call my mom to see where I was. You know, he didn't call, and I didn't have a phone then anyway, so I couldn't have called anyone to ask for help. I just had to do it by myself. And afterwards my mom had to call him up and ask him where I was, and then he was stuttering. If you know how people, you know, Jamaicans or patois in general, you know how they, like, sometimes they might have a bit of a stutter when they talk. So he didn't know what to say, and then my mom was like, where is Jeannie? I'm not gonna swear because I don't want to swear on my channel. And then he was like, oh, she's probably with you. So I'm thinking, hold on a minute, what if I wasn't there though? Where's the logic in that, father? What if I wasn't there? What if something would have happened? Like, look at all this stuff that happens on the news. So in the end, I think he came up, that's what it was. Okay, so in the end, he came up and he said to my mom, oh, I'm going to give her a beating, blah, 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 because obviously I left the reservoir, but hold on a minute, I'm not gonna sit there if I can't find you, because I could be there for ages. Bearing in mind I got to my mum's around 6 or 8ish, no 6, and he came up like quarter to 10, 9 something, I don't know. So that's actually a long time. So what else happened? So he came up by himself, he wasn't there with his girlfriend, and then he claimed to say that one walked the other way around the reservoir and the other one walked the other way, so regardless they would have met up in the middle. Hold on a minute, it ain't gonna take you a big old 3-4 hours to walk around the reservoir. It might take you a good 20, not even 20, I don't even know, it depends on how fast you walk, but it would not take you hours to walk around the reservoir that's just got a big water and then canoes and stuff. It's not going to take you that long to walk around the reservoir. I'm sorry, but stop with your lies. Stop, just stop. I can't be bothered to hear that at the age of 7 or 8. I still can't be asked to hear that. So then, you know, quick long story short, my mum on the phone, my mum was like, you ain't taking her home, she's staying here, blah 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 blah. You know, yeah man. So I know I'm laughing right now, but at the time it was like scary, but at the same time I was kind of impressed with myself at the fact that I found my way to my mum's house. Like, I've never gone there by myself. I've never, like, you know what I mean, like, you know, independent at the age of 7, walking that far. Like, imagine walking, I can't even give an example, because if someone's living in somewhere else, then, you know, I should see how many miles it was actually. How many miles is it from Hockley to Edgbaston?
The drive from Hockley to Warwickshire County Cricket Club is 4.0 miles.
So I walked basically probably even longer than that, and for walking it would have took me an hour and 11 minutes, maybe longer, depending on where, like, you know, the actual destination I was going to. So yeah, and yeah, so he came and then he was trying to get to me, and my mom was defending me. She was standing in front of me because he was getting all mad and angry, saying, oh, me scared, I was scared. No, you wasn't, because why would you wait that long? You didn't even call the police for a search party or nothing. You know, you just basically was with your girlfriend, so we could see who the privacy was there. There's no other, like, yeah, there's no other explanation. I'm sorry, but just stop. So basically I got left and abandoned in the, I'm gonna say abandoned, okay, you know, but I basically was forgotten about in a huge reservoir at the age of 7, and I found my way to safety by myself as an independent woman. Yeah, as an independent young child. Yeah, my dad tried it, but he didn't get far, to be honest. He didn't get far. But anyway, that's the end of this story. Let me know if you guys want any more crazy stories, because I realized that even though I sit there and say my life is boring, I have had some pretty deep, heated events. So yeah, so anyway, don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you enjoyed this, and give this video a big thumbs up. My social media will be in the description box below. Yeah, oh my god, I did my first story time. Okay, bye.